Did you know that some US states are experiencing a mass exodus? Like, people are leaving so fast, you'd think they were allergic to the state birds. Wait, maybe they are. It's true, folks. From coast to coast, certain states are struggling to hold onto their residents like an overcooked spaghetti noodle slipping right off the fork. Whether it's the economy, politics, or natural disasters, some states are having a hard time keeping folks happy and at home. But stick around because today we're diving headfirst into the 11 fastest collapsing states in America. And hey, there's a juicy bonus fact at the end that'll make you rethink your next move. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to help the channel out. We greatly appreciate it. Coming in at number 11 is California, the land of endless sunshine, stunning beaches, and people leaving faster than the plot of a bad Netflix show. You'd think with all the palm trees and surfboards it'd be paradise. But according to Move Buddha, the median home price is around $800,000. Yep, you heard that right. That's like trying to buy a house made of solid gold, and don't even get me started on the traffic. You could spend half your life stuck on the 405. By the time you get home, you've basically aged into retirement. Despite its many perks between the cost of living and logistical nightmares, people are packing up their Teslas and saying, "Adios, California." Next up, we have Alaska, where the views are gorgeous, but the winters are longer than a bad blind date. Sure, the northern lights are cool, but you can only stare at the sky for so long before the lack of sunlight starts messing with your head. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is no joke here, though that acronym seems weirdly fitting for Alaska, doesn't it? And let's talk prices. I mean, 10 for an avocado? What is this? Whole Foods in space? It's no wonder residents are fleeing for places where their wallets and mental health get a little more sunshine. At number 9, we have Rhode Island, a state so tiny you could blink and miss it, except for the massive potholes that'll make sure you don't. Seriously, the roads are like an obstacle course designed by someone who hates cars. And if you thought a simple grocery run was easy, think again. Winter nor'easters are like nature's way of saying, "Did you really need that milk?" The combination of bad roads and worse weather has people hightailing it out of there faster than a tourist caught in a Providence snowstorm. If you enjoy freezing your face off while aggressively honking at someone on a snowy highway, boy, do I have the state for you. Pennsylvania's winters are long, brutal, and just slightly more charming than a DMV line. And while Philly and Pittsburgh have their perks, people are bailing for warmer places and better job opportunities. In 2023, Pennsylvania lost about 3% of its population. Coincidentally, that's also the number of people who can parallel park in downtown Philly without wanting to cry. Next up at number 7, we have Mississippi, where the mosquitoes are the size of drones and the humidity is like walking through soup. But not the nice warm kind, the gross, sticky kind that makes you wonder why anyone lives there in July. On top of the climate, Mississippi faces serious poverty and a lack of jobs. In 2023, the state saw a 4% population decline, probably because nobody wants to fight mosquitoes and the economy at the same time. At number 6 is Oregon, home to breathtaking forests, hipster coffee shops, and gray skies. Seriously, the sun here is like a rare Pokemon. You hear about it, but you're not sure if it's real. This constant gloom is driving people to flee for brighter pastures. Many residents move to Oregon with dreams of nature hikes and craft beer. But after months of relentless rain, even the most hardened Portlanders are Googling cities with sunlight. At number 5, we have Hawaii, sun, surf, and crushing rent prices? You betcha. Living in paradise isn't all it's cracked up to be when you're shelling out half your paycheck just to keep a roof over your head. Sure, Instagram influencers make it look like you can survive on coconuts and good vibes, but let's be real, coconuts don't pay rent. Hawaii saw a 5% drop in population, proving that even paradise comes with a price tag and not a small one. At number 4, we have West Virginia. If you're thinking of moving there, just make sure you don't need the internet ever. The state's lack of reliable cell service and job market is driving people away faster than you can say coal mines. In 2023, West Virginia saw a 7% population drop. It turns out that when you can't even Google why the Wi Fi is out, people start looking for the exit. Taking the bronze at number 3 is Louisiana, known for Mardi Gras and jazz, but also for heat that hugs you like your clingy ex. And don't even get me started on the mosquitoes. They're so big they should have their own zip codes. But it's not just the weather. High crime rates and poverty are pushing people to flee. In 2023, 8% of the population said, "Nope, I'm out," and took off faster than a second line parade. Coming up at number 2 is Massachusetts, where people know two things: how to make wicked good chowder and how to shovel snow for half the year. The winters here are so brutal, they've been driving people south for decades. In fact, the state's been losing residents to Utah for over a century. Maybe the Mormons were onto something. Finally, taking the gold is New York, New York. If you can make it here, congrats. But also why? The high cost of living, combined with subway rats the size of small dogs, is sending residents packing. Between overpriced coffee and dodging tourists in Times Square, New Yorkers are opting for the quiet life in the suburbs or just fleeing to Florida. In 2023, New York led the pack with the highest population decline on our list. It's almost like people realize they can get the same bagel in Jersey for half the price. And there you have it. The 11 fastest collapsing states in the US, from economic woes to mosquito armies, each state has its own special challenges. But don't go anywhere just yet, because here's that bonus fact we promised. Utah has become a hotspot for ex-Californians and former Massachusetts residents. Seems like the Beehive State is buzzing with new neighbors. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, and pack up your bags if you live in one of these states.